I'm Carl Anthony with AutoSens TV, and we're here at AutoSens Brussels at the renowned AutoWorld Museum. We're speaking this afternoon with Paul Fleck, the founder and CEO of Dataspeed. And Paul is a longtime member of the AutoSens family. Paul, welcome back and good to talk to you.
Thanks, Carl. I'm glad to be here. It's very nice to be here in Brussels at actually the fourth event for AutoSens, the third event that Dataspeed's participated at here in Brussels. So very glad to be here.
So Paul, tell us a little bit about Dataspeed. Give us an overview of the company.
So Dataspeed, we are located in Rochester Hills, Michigan, right outside Metro Detroit, and we're an engineering company that created a very well-designed product that enables a production vehicle to be turned into an autonomous research vehicle for autonomous development. So, yeah.
And you, in the past, have displayed some of those vehicles. I remember when we first met, you had a Ford Fusion, that there was a Pacifica. So tell us about the different vehicle platforms.
So when we started out producing the installation of our ADAS kit, we call it, to convert a vehicle into an autonomous research platform, we started out with the Lincoln MKZ and the Ford Fusion as the first platforms that we did that engineering exercise for. Since then, we've added the Chrysler Pacifica as well as the Jeep Grand Cherokee, a Ford F-150. We've to be more internationally to serve more international customers. We've also brought on a Ford Transit, and we are currently in the process of converting a Ford Ranger. So we have all the different vehicle types represented, from sedans to sport utilities to four-wheel drive pickups. So if you need to build out a specialized autonomous vehicle, please come talk to us, and we'd be glad to not only do the by-wire integration, but install the sensors and computing platforms and even some software to make that vehicle do what you need it to do.
And speaking of that, Paul, let's say I am an engineer and I'm coming to you, I'm a potential customer. What is the benefit then for me using your drive-by-wire kits in the field?
So traditionally, customers would have to figure out a way to control the throttle, the brake, the steering, and the shifting by adding external actuators to a one-off vehicle. That was very time-consuming and expensive, and really not the core business of the customers. Our value is we can basically give you a turnkey system, so that you can interface to the control system of the vehicle and control it, and you can concentrate on the part of autonomous vehicle research and development that you're really good at.
So Paul, you have here on the banner localization. Tell us a little bit about integrated localization, what that is and why that's important.
Well, okay, every autonomous vehicle needs to know where it's at relative to its environment, and one of the services that we can do is also integrate in different modalities required for localization. Probably the most important one that we're working with right now is RTK level GPS, but we can also combine that with radar and LiDAR data to give that autonomous vehicle an understanding of where it's at relative to its environment.
Now, Paul, at Dataspeed, you've had some exciting news recently. I've been to your old facility, but you have a new facility now. So tell us about your new location.
So we've expanded. Our old facility was 12,000 square feet, relatively, I don't know what you'd call it, plain in nature, relatively plain in nature, and I had the opportunity to expand into a much larger facility and do a clean sheet renovation on the inside. So we've completely revamped 28,000 square feet, including a lot more garage space and engineering space. It's a very, I call it California-like, very collaborative in nature, collaborative and inviting, and we're very excited and happy to be in our new space.
Now, Paul, tell us about your team back home in Michigan. Some of the engineers, some of the folks that you have working for you. Tell us about them.
So, because we're engineering focused, right from the ground up, we can do clean sheet engineering from the ground up. We've got a very diverse team of engineers, electrical engineers, software engineers, algorithm developers. We've got 17 engineers total at this point. 5 of them are PhDs who are very conversant, knowledgeable about robotics and the automotive industry, and I think that's demonstrated in the great products that the team has produced and the many, almost 100 different customers that use our Drivebywire, our ADAS kit as the basis for a Drivebywire for an autonomous research platform.
Paul, one of the things we want to get your perspective on before we wrap up the interview is this market is changing, it's evolving. Sometimes it moves very quickly, it seems. So what trends do you see in the future? And then, more importantly, how do you see Dataspeed responding to those trends in the market that are coming down the pipe?
So I think the traditional OEMs are realizing, as well as many other people in the industry, that level 4 autonomy deployed on a wide scale under multiple conditions is taking longer than people would expect. It's going to be farther down the road. It doesn't mean that there's not a good place for autonomy right now, but it's more the vehicles that I think are going to be deployed in the near future are going to be more specialized in nature, and that's one of the areas that we are heavily investigating, where that vehicle is operating under a subset, still a level 4 vehicle, but a subset of conditions that's very well understood and doable today. So.
Paul, do you have any final thoughts to add before we wrap up?
Thank you again for talking to me. We've had many conversations, Carl, at these events, and I always enjoy them. I think I get better over time, not less nervous, and I've really enjoyed being here, so thank you.
Well, Paul, we're glad to have you. Likewise, it's been a joy to get to know you over the last couple of years. Congratulations on the new facility. When we get back home to Michigan, I can't wait to see it. Safe travels back home from all of us at AutoSens TV. Good luck going forward.
Same to you. Thank you. Thanks, Carl.
Speaking today with Paul Fleck, the founder and CEO of Dataspeed. For more AutoSens Brussels, for more AutoSens TV, like, subscribe, and share.